Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here tonight. This is Pinkie, the housewife, and I'm coming to you all tonight with an update from just last night about the war. Okay, you know that fool. Y'all know what? I'm not going to say that fool. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay, the U.S. decided to jump into a fight that wasn't their fight. Okay, it was between Iran. Well, I'm trying to button up my shirt. Well, give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, and let me just say so we can get on with the live right quick, and then I'll go into all that. Go ahead. If I can get everybody, let me just welcome everybody to the Pink House first, okay? And once you come into the Pink House, go ahead and hit that like button if you can. I will appreciate it. That like button keeps me in the algorithm, okay? And then subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, all right? And I'm going to say thank you for everybody that will do that, is going to do it, or have already done it. Thank you, guys. I know I look a hot mess. My hair look a hot mess, don't it? Yes, it does. I've been in bed all day. I've been in bed all day. I accidentally took a Benadryl. Well, no, not accidentally. I took the Benadryl because I needed it, and then accidentally took my pain medicine for my shoulder because I had it to save for later. And drinking my hot lemon this morning, hot lemon water, I took it. And I was trying to figure out why was I falling asleep at my desk. And I actually did a video, and everything was spelled wrong. My daughter came behind and looked at me and everything. And I told her, I don't even know what I'm doing, really. I've been sitting up here sleeping while typing. Okay. But anyway, this was a fight that wasn't our fight. This was a fight that Donald decided he wants to get into so he can be looked at as a strong man, like Putin or Kim Jong-un. I guess he wanted to be a strong man too. He really wanted to impress Kim, not Kim, Putin, because Putin rides his horses and stuff and takes his shirt off and be riding and stuff. And Donald can't do that. Donald can't do that. Okay. But anyway, this was a fight between Iran and Israel. So that was their fight. But it started last night, started yesterday. So, and we did do a quick live about it. 1 hour and 30 minutes. And this is just going to be short too, because it's late. It's late here. Okay. So it's going to be short too, about an hour. I'm going to try to keep it. So let's go ahead and let me just put this trigger warning up just in case something is too hard for most people to see or hear. I'm just putting it up there just in case. If something is too hard for the user to hear or see. Because these days you get a lot of stuff I've been putting that up more than I have. But anyway, let me just say, the U.S. bombs Iran. Are we safe, guys? Are we safe? Because Iran, they'll fight back. They fight back. They're not going to let this just go slide this up under the rug. They're not going to do that. This is not going to go up under the rug, guys. I hate to tell you all that. You know, I'm serious. It's not going up under the rug. They're going to keep this on top of the rug. I'm just nuclear disaster to me. This is a nuclear disaster to me. Let me go ahead and let y'all see what's going on right now. They got, this is live with CNN. Okay. I'm trying to get it live for y'all because that's what I want to do. There it is right there, guys. You can see that it's live. That buffering is going on. Oh, Lord. Let me do something, guys. That's that buffering. This is showing live. Now, what's his name is there? And I like him. And wait. His mom is Gloria Vanderbilt. You know, she had the genes, I forgot. Anderson Cooper. I should know because I love Anderson Cooper. Let me just go close something up while y'all watch that. Okay, guys. Anderson Cooper's mom. That's it, who he is. You hear the screaming? These are live bombs going over there. This is going back and forth between, this is Iran and Israel. So they're going back and forth. Don't ask me why it's doing all that. Okay? Let me but this is live. Iran strikes Tel Aviv. Live sirens sound. Ballistic missiles flying overnight across the sky. And it's real. It'll stop. I'm gonna do something else. Let me see. Just give me 1 second. I said, give me 1 second. I'm going to get onto TikTok and see what they got. Because sometimes. Y'all see all that? I did hear. I did hear that. That the
נותנים מענה לכיבוי הרכבים. יש לנו פה פגיעה בבית כנסת, פגיעה בבתי קרקע, כוחות של קב"א, קריית גת, נותנים מענה לכיבוי עכשיו של שתי רכבים בוערים, ככל הנראה כתוצאה מרסס. יש לנו פה פגיעה במבנה, כמו שאתם רואים, כוחות מתחילים גם בסריקה.
This is terrible.
למציאת לכודים, פצועים.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, Linda.
המון כוחות נמצאים במקום.
Hit the like button as you enter the chat. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to try to find YouTube. This is live, guys, what's going on right now. Anderson Cooper is there. I did hear that all the reporters or or people there, and then the Americans and other people from other states, countries, and there's people that live there. I did hear that they are safe in a bunker or they're getting safe. Or trying. A lot of people are trying to get to the bunkers that live there. So less the bunkers or the safe bunkers, whatever you want to call them, safe spots or shelters. Shelter, should I say? Depends on where you live. Most people call them bunkers. Some call them safe places or shelters. Oh my lord! Let me see what's going on TikTok right quick with this. This is terrible. Oh, I do want to read a statement. Let me just do this. Um, and when y'all hear the sirens, a lot of the sirens are going off. Terrain. Okay. Let me, since that is buffering so much, I've been hearing that Iran may strike back at the U.S. allegedly. Yes, I heard that too. Because they don't let nobody strike them and don't strike back. Oh my God. That's why I asked, are we safe? You never know when it comes to chemical warfare or anything, nuclear warfare. Let me just pull this down and so we can see what's going on with TikTok. Okay. Hmm. I just I just want to make sure I bring this to everybody before I go to sleep tonight. Because tomorrow we're getting back into the Sean Diddy Combs trial. We'll be back into the trial. Okay. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Rises as tension rise between Israel and Iran. This is the Daily News putting this one out. Not the Daily News, Daily Mail. I'm sorry. This is the Daily Mail, guys. I said the Daily News. You hear somebody dog in the background barking. You can hear the dogs. Somebody wrote, this is insane, watching war on TikTok. What timeline am I in? This is this is 5 days ago that he wrote this. Okay. Let me see what else is going on. This is just yesterday or late last night. This is 21 hours ago, I guess, when it first started. Oh my God. Y'all hear that? Iran launches its first retaliation missions strikes against and after an unpredicted precedent U.S. attack on 3 Iranian missile sites, and it was 3. Let me see, can I name them for you? Or tell you, Donald put out a statement. That statement was put out last night, yesterday. Let me see, was it yesterday or today? But anyway, he put the statement out. Here, I'm going to read it off to you before we move on to the Middle East. It's an all-out war after Israel's attack on Iran. This is Middle East. Okay, let me go ahead and read. Oh, let me unmute it. Well, let me mute it until I get through reading this to you. This is from Truth. This is from DJT, the real Donald, okay? This is from him. We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, okay? Fordow, that's including Fordow, Nasir, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload. I guess that's a lot of ammunition, a lot of bombs, payload. I think they're, when it comes to payload, because I don't know anything but about bombs, but I think that means a lot. Payload, okay? Bombs is dropped on the primary site. Purdue, all planes. Okay, that was okay. Let me just do this here, finish reading this for you. Let me just take this down and I'll finish reading it, okay? All planes are now outside of Iran's airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And then they got breaking news up under it. Lord of mine. That man. Oh, Lord. Footage aired by Iran's state media shows Israel strikes on the country's largest nuclear site. Oh, and this looked like a kid. That looks like a child there. Y'all see that?
Today, the Middle East is at the edge of an all-out
war. Okay, let me see. Here it is. This is just today. Israel just took another hit, 6/22/25. So that's today's Sunday. Hey, I was just praying about this and noticed you were live. The United States has no business in this war. I agree with you too. Thank you, real lady. I agree with you. Our president is on his own agenda. He's doing his own thing, plan. After his tank rolled down the street, that was from 1935 or something like that. They needed oil on the wheels. The tanks needed oil. They was creaking, making a lot of noise. Okay. Somebody gave him some old tanks from a museum or something. But anyway, since nobody congratulated him on that parade, that fumble parade, sad parade, now he had to find something else. So people can look over here instead of over there. He wants you to look this way. Okay. Thank you. Yes, we should be in fear of repercussions. Thank you. God got us. What you say, Linda? Love your background, Pinky. Thank you. Thank you. The orange man needs to be impeached right now. Yeah, I think they're talking about that, taking some of his power away, or all of his power. He's just like a 10-year-old. And most 10-year-olds are so smart. You know, let me see what else is going on. Okay.
Hey, you wonderful people around the world. This is your quick news update for the 20th.
I don't know what's going on with it. Let me try it again. Let's see what it.
Hey, you wonderful people around the world. This is your quick news update for the 23rd of June, 2025. Here we go. I-24 News in Israel report that a coalition of Islamic countries denounce Israeli aggression against.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Tell you what. Ooh.
Trace, good afternoon. I just spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader of this country, briefing a small group of journalists following the U.S. strikes on Iran overnight. Netanyahu calling President.
Oh, why can't we hear the good stuff? Okay. Oh, Lord.
Iran just attacked Israel again.
I'm going to have to get out of this one. Okay.
Iran just attacked Israel again tonight. Don't worry. Everything is okay. Everything is good. We destroyed their nuclear military program.
Okay. Let's go back into the other one and see what's going on there. And I'm going to pull it up on my phone as well. Okay. so we can see. Now, give me 1 second, because that one was not acting right. But yeah, the Donald decides he wants to jump into the fight, and then he did not get approval for that, congressional approval for that. So he do need to be impeached. He just did what he wanted to do, regardless of whether it was going to affect us. And more likely, when you hit Iran, they hit back. He didn't have to go there. I don't know why he went there. I really don't know. This is not muted or anything. See, guys, they're just not saying anything. Let me pull it up on my phone. Okay. Linda said, hit the like button on your way into the chat. Thank you, Linda. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this right quick. Okay. I want y'all to listen to something. This is something from, let me make sure it is caught up. I want y'all to listen to this. Ooh, the sounds of those bombs and missiles. Oh, my Lord. It's terrible. Okay. I want y'all to listen to this. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to find it and bring it up for you. Okay. Just give me 1 second. It just took me out. I don't know. Guys, what's going on with my computer? You think somebody was trying to... Oh my God. Look at that. I would not be in one of those high-rise buildings. I would not be in one. Okay, here it is, guys. Okay. It's very short. It's only a few minutes long. I'm just trying to... So I'm going to take this one down.
חברים, אף אחד שלא יישאר פה, כולם לכיוון שם, לא לפה, לכיוון רובין.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this one down because I want to... Okay. Okay. And Here we go, guys. All right. There's 1 hour, better act right. Okay. Okay. This is what I'm going to let you all hear it from the phone for a little bit. Okay. Here it is. This is with CNN. The 3 military options that Donald is likely considering. Okay. I have to think because I don't like calling him by his last name. I just say Donald. Okay. Linda said Donald is going to have blood shed on his hands. Yes, he is. He is. He already got it. Probably we don't know who got injured. I don't know. Somebody could have had a heart attack over there. But anyway, here we go, guys. This is short, but this is playing right now. I'm gonna turn my phone up so we can all hear it. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if you all can hear this, okay?
More now on our breaking news. Nearing sunrise in Iran and Israel, a source tells CNN that the president has reviewed Iran attack plans, but he's holding off to see if the country is going to step back from its nuclear program. Alex is back with us here to talk through the president's potential options here. And as you see it, there are 3 main scenarios that could play out here. The first one is essentially that Israel decides to go it alone.
Correct. So if the president decides to let the Israelis do it by themselves, if he's comfortable, he thinks they have the capabilities to do enough damage that he's comfortable with the after effects of it. This is what it would look like. So in terms of Fordo, you really have 2 options. The Israelis previously launched a raid into Syria about 200 kilometers north into a chemical weapons facility. So they put commandos on the ground before. That's an extreme option with a lot of risk, obviously putting people on. But as you can see, the tunnel entrance is here. So we got them here, right here, and here, right? So if you're going to send folks inside into the mountain into a deep buried facility as a render safe mission, kind of difficult.
Yeah,
but
I mean, how defended is this area, though? I mean, are there Iranians on the ground?
Sure.
What else is there?
So, I mean, there's plenty of defenses that are here. This was specifically built as a deep buried facility to withstand conventional attacks, either from a ground or an air raid.
Yeah.
So, and you also have what we call fatal funnels or choke points, because if there's any guns inside, those are the only entrance points, and that's where they're pointing. So it's a very difficult mission set for anybody performing it.
Yeah.
No.
So the second option is that the United States does a limited attack. And it sounds like from our reporting that is what the United States is trying to figure out. What is the limited option here?
Right. So it's limited options. So if it wasn't the ground raid and the Israelis, those same tunnels, if they don't bomb them and collapse the tunnels and the air shafts so they can't get inside, requiring constant suppression, then it becomes the U.S. option, right? There's really only one aircraft that's capable of carrying the 30,000-pound bunker-busting bombs required to do the mission, and it's the B-2 stealth bombers that you see here. So round trip to the United States with refueling, provided that none are forward deployed.
I'm going to show you
Probably
from your
multiple series
phone
of bombs,
what they're
but that's realistically
talking
what we're
about.
looking at in order to do enough damage to set the program back.
Yeah, and the B-2s,
That's the B2.
Israel doesn't have them.
They don't have them, and that's why it requires the U.S., and they can't deliver as big of a blow from the air.
Yeah, so talk us through option 3. This is essentially looking at the region and saying, not just this one facility, but let's take it all out. Like, what are we talking about in terms of that?
Sure, I think this is the least likely option to start with. If the president makes a decision to hit Fordo, his political base doesn't support, a war. He certainly doesn't want to collapse the government there and deal with nation and state building, which is what we saw in Iraq and Afghanistan. But if we did go in and decide to strike, right, what do the targets look like outside of that? You can see the nuclear facilities here with the nuclear symbols, and then you've got regime targets, and then you've got oil refineries along there, which is really far expanded at that point. It's more likely that would be, but that would realistically probably only happen if they decide to go after U.S. forces in the region. So we have between Qatar, the UAE, we've got major air bases. U.S. Central Command has a forward headquarters at Al Udeid Air Force Base in Doha. We've got major bases in Kuwait. But what's probably the most likely would be the U.S. bases here, so Baghdad, up north in Kurdistan, and then here in Syria along the border, which is what everybody's predicting they would try to hit. So the U.S. has been surging assets in. F-22 squadron came in today into the U.K., all kinds of fighter assets and air defense systems to protect U.S. forces that are there. Ships were moved out of the harbors, and aircraft that were not in hardened bunkers have already been moved out. It is very clear the U.S. is preparing for a potential option to strike at this point.
Yeah, a potential option to strike, but they do not it seems like, want a scenario where all of this is at play. with
Certainly
Iran.
not. No, I think that's
Yeah.
what they're trying to avoid. And everything today from CENTCOM has largely been defensive in nature to protect forces that are there. And there's a lot of dual citizens. People don't realize that there are millions of citizens that are potentially traveling through the region through Europe, and those that are dual citizens of Israel and other countries.
Yeah, Alex, thank you very much for joining us and for giving us all that information. Will he or won't he? Tonight, the world is watching and waiting for President Trump to make the single most consequential decision of his time in office so far, whether he will allow the United States to get involved in the conflict between Israel and Iran. Now, just a short time ago, CNN learned that Trump has reviewed potential attack plans for Iran, but he has not approved them. He is holding off to see if Tehran steps back from its nuclear program. Meanwhile, Trump met with his national security team in the Situation Room to discuss the options for U.S. military involvement. And we're told that top officials are now discussing how the U.S. can strike Iran without becoming embroiled in a full-scale war. Meanwhile, Israel and Iran continue to trade strikes, and the relentless barrage enters its 7th day. So here is what Iran is saying if the United States decides to join Israel's attacks.
If the Americans decide to get involved militarily, we have no choice but to retaliate wherever we find the targets necessary.
Guys, I really want y'all to listen to this part, okay? Because this is the Iranian deputy foreign minister speaking about the fact that if we do, Donald decided, and I'm not saying we, because I didn't do nothing. I didn't agree to nothing. I didn't even vote for him. So just putting that out there. I didn't vote for him because I knew what he was going to do. I knew what he was about. So, but anyway, him putting the U.S. in jeopardy like that. And if they strike back, it could be a lot of people hurt from this. Right now, people probably having heart attacks and strokes right now, or going to the hospital or the doctors tomorrow morning or this week because their blood pressure went up, worrying about what's going on. No, that's not me. My blood pressure ain't going up because I don't have high blood pressure, but some people do. And it can cause people, anything can happen. People get worried and stressed out. You never know. Man, playing with people's lives. These people tired of somebody playing with their life. You put terrorists out talking about the terrorists and got that out. You're grabbing people up off the street. You got military and everybody else out there beating people down and attacking them and grabbing them off the street too, and throwing them in plane cars. And they all masked up. That could be anybody acting a fool. Hi, Capricorn. Thank you for coming in. And Capricorn is speaking to everybody in the house. Thank you. So you never know what's going on. But I really want y'all to listen to this because this is the deputy, the Iranian deputy foreign minister talking about if we strike them, what's going to happen? And he ain't happy about it. This man is letting you know. He letting Donald know because I ain't do a thing. We didn't do a thing because we didn't even vote for him.
To be acted upon.
CNN anchor Anderson Cooper is live now in Tel Aviv.
Decide to
without becoming embroiled in a full-scale war. Meanwhile, Israel and Iran continue to trade strikes, and the relentless barrage enters its 7th day. So here is what Iran is saying if the United States decides to join Israel's attacks.
If the Americans decide to get involved militarily, we have no choice but to retaliate wherever we find the targets necessary to be acted upon.
CNN CNN anchor Anderson Cooper is live now in Tel Aviv. Anderson, now that you are on the ground in Israel, what is it like there? Do you get the sense of anticipation for what Trump's decision is going to be and what that might mean for Israel and the region?
There's certainly a lot of anticipation here. Just in the last hour, Iran's Revolutionary Guard has said that air defenses have been activated in Tehran. Now, the IDF has also, in the last hour, put out a warning to Iranians in 2 areas around Tehran to evacuate because of strikes that they are going to be conducting. There's no word yet on what the latest targets might be from Israel. Earlier today, the Israeli Air Force said that 25 fighter jets had hit more than 40 targets in western Iran. We're talking about missile storage sites, military personnel, missile launchers as well. Israel continues, Abby, as you know, to dominate the skies over western Iran and seems able to take their time selecting out new targets, searching for new targets, and hitting those at will. Now, at the same time, Iran's ability to launch missiles here into Tel Aviv and elsewhere into Israel seems to be greatly reduced. Today, there have only been 2 warnings that have gone out to residents here in Tel Aviv to seek shelter. We've gone down to the shelters twice today. That's a lot less than in prior days. No reports of any fatalities as a result of those attempts by Iran. It is just past 5 a.m. here. Dawn is just starting to break. And once again, residents here are going to be waking up wondering what this next phase of the conflict will bring and what will President Trump decide to do.
Yeah, I mean, the entire world waits. And I know, Anderson, you've only been on the ground for a short time now, but what is life like in Tel Aviv? I mean, are people able to go about their lives? I mean, we've seen a lot of our correspondents and anchors having to go into stairwells and bomb shelters as these sirens have gone on. But are people able to do other things?
Yeah, life in many ways has slowly gotten back. I wouldn't say to normal here. There's certainly a lot of concern about what lies ahead, how long this may go on for, what the impact of it is going to be, and whether or not the U.S. is going to get involved. But in Tel Aviv, I mean, Tel Aviv is often referred to as a bubble. There were people swimming in the ocean today. There were people watching the sunset. There was coffee shops are open. Life has not returned completely to normal, but I think the fear that we saw over the weekend with so many strikes coming from Iran, the 24 people died here, many others were injured, others have been left homeless because of the destruction of property. I think the stress levels have reduced. It's become a little bit more normal. And the 2 times that we went down to bomb shelters today, there wasn't a lot of fear from people. There was concern, of course. Nobody likes to do that. Some people were in their bathrobes. They'd just gotten out of the shower when the air raid warnings went off. They had 10 minutes to get down to the bomb shelter, and then shortly after got the all clear. So while there's a lot of concern and a lot of stress, and there's a lot of people who would like to leave and more Israelis who would like to come back, the commercial airspace is still closed. Life is slowly getting back to some semblance of normal. Restaurants aren't fully open. The life of the city is not continuing, but it's certainly better than it has been in the last several days.
Anderson, thank you very much for all of that. Anderson Cooper in Tel Aviv. It's been an interesting day, to say the least, for President Trump. As he's weighing this potentially presidency-defining decision, he was actually on the White House lawn this morning overseeing a construction project. But while he was there, the president had this extraordinary warning for Iran.
Unconditional surrender. That means I've had it. Okay, I've had it. I give up. No more. Then we go blow up all the nuclear stuff that's all over the place.
Did y'all hear him? He hadn't had it. He hadn't had it. He's too busy tearing up the lawn at the White House because he's trying to create. I want to say it's a golf course area or something. Got them people out there tearing up ish, like he's gonna be there for 20 and 15 years. He ain't gonna be there. He barely made 6 months. He barely 6 months in and already turned ish up. I don't know what he's talking about. He had it. I ain't had it. You started this war with Iran. And if they, I'm just I can't stand stupid.
More now on our
Oh,
breaking
wait,
news.
let me.
It's a
It's been an interesting day, to say the least, for
Okay.
President Trump as he's weighing this potentially presidency defining decision. He was actually on the White House lawn this morning overseeing a construction project. But while he was there, the president had this extraordinary warning for Iran.
Unconditional surrender. That means I've had it. Okay. I give up. No more. Then we go blow up all the all the nuclear stuff that's all over the place there.
Okay, he didn't had it now. But you go and tear things up, but you ain't had it. Go bombing 3 sites, just injecting yourself into a war, but you ain't had it. This man makes you dizzy. He makes you dizzy. I'm serious. Let me just make sure we just give me 1 second. I'm trying to see, can I find my favorite? I listen to him all the time, because he really give you the real on this stuff. I'm trying to find him. Everybody trying to figure out what would Iran do next. What is their next move? Because their next, everybody know they fight back. They're not. So everybody trying to figure out what is his next move. I'm trying to find. There's somebody I'm trying to find, because I listen to them all. Let me put it in, type it in my phone. Well, let me try here. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, I'm just trying to find it right quick. And I don't see it yet. I listen to him all the time. He should be in my playlist, because this is only going to be about an hour. We're almost up, but I really want to put him on tonight. Okay. I don't see him, guys. I mean, what is it? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Well, we're going to listen to him. This is David Pakman show. Now he's another one that I love. So I love listening to him. Okay. And when I'm always there to see what he got to say. Okay. Okay, so
bizarre and debilitating week for the Trump administration. And of course, Donald Trump is still the president, but really just in a technical sense at this point. I mean, when you talk
I'm gonna
about
pull it up
power
on the
and
on my.
influence and gravitas, if he ever had any,
Okay.
it's really disintegrated. And we now have kind of a hollow man growling from a decaying throne while the rest of the world kind of goes, what's this guy doing? We're walking away.
What is that? A
Foreign policy
decay,
expert David Rothkopf.
a decaying old man. Decaying. Oh my God. Ooh. I tell you, between him and the Midas touch, I don't know. I don't know.
Said it on the Daily Beast podcast, and I encourage you to listen to this. Trump might be the most impotent president in living memory, not just weak, but just kind of irrelevant, like a loud drunk at a bar that's closing, still talking, demanding attention, but nobody's listening.
Now, y'all see why I like him. He throws shade everywhere, but he don't mean to. David don't be meaning to throw shade on nobody. It's just the way he runs his show. He don't be meaning to throw this shade on nobody, but he be throwing this shade. He talks about a drunk in a bar, decapitated. Ooh, Lord.
You know, we have the flare-up in Iran involving Israel. And Trump scrambles to both take credit, but to say, no, we're against the war, but I'm also not wanting a ceasefire. Trump's own Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, of all people, says, oh, no, we didn't have anything to do with this, or we didn't have anything to do with that. Israel goes, we don't know what Trump's talking about. And he just looks like the guy who's trying to put his name on a check that's already bounced. And yet he's still there. Rothkopf said, quote, he wants to be the bride at every wedding and the corpse at every funeral. And it's an accurate analogy because it's Trump draped in a sort of attention, but he's lifeless where it really counts. And this is not new. The list of failures is now growing. He gutted the National Security Council. He's been refusing intelligence briefings. He tries to turn diplomacy into cable news. And every time the world asked for a leader, Trump was like, I can do a photo op. That's the best I can do. Still no deals, just broken promises, photo shoots, and troth posts. But what's dangerous is what comes next, because a man who can't dominate on the world stage turns inward. And we're seeing it in the last week, deploying the military at home, threatening very big force against protesters at his military parade, having a military parade, sending ICE after hotel workers and farmhands, and then saying, I'm not going to do it, or I am, or I'm not. He tries to dress up fear as strength, and the strongman aspects become the whole show because there's no substance underneath. Now, he would love to be Putin. He's not. He is not some cunning, smart like a fox, brooding tactician behind closed doors. He's the guy kind of complaining and pounding on the table when everybody stopped paying attention, and on his phone trying to tap out messages that hopefully someone will read or listen to. And the world leaders are mocking him, and they're laughing, and they're cutting deals without the guy. He, much like during his first term, has put the United States in the position of not even really being part of the conversation anymore. And you really get the sense that even Trump knows it. You know, when he sat there with his arms folded, almost asleep at his military parade, with Pete Hegseth sitting next to him, looking very worried that he's going to have to bear the brunt of his wrath for the failure, which he did. We talked about that earlier this week, Trump flipping out on Pete Hegseth over the failure. You see a guy who seems to know it, that he is not hot, as he likes to call it.
He ain't hot. He ain't even cute. He ain't even fine. Nothing. He's not even smart. You know, he's not even charismatic. He ain't nothing. He's just a grumpy old man that needs to go sit down. Oh my God. What I tell you, He throw out shade like shade ain't got no. Come on, David.
And that's why he's surrounding himself with the bootlickers who
The
are just
boot-
going to turn national security briefings into infomercials.
Did he say bootlickers? Surrounding himself with the bootlickers.
To try to hold his attention for a few minutes. It's this slow motion collapse that we're watching in real time. Pence has now fully turned against Trump. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And we have a moment in time where the world is kind of cracking. There are cracks. And Trump can't offer anything. There have been American presidents in the past who could offer more than just noise. But Trump just kind of doesn't have it.
No.
He's an aging con man, still reading a script that stopped working years ago. And there was a time where people feared what Trump might do. And domestically, I believe that that's still the case to a degree. But now the fear is what happens when the president's not really in charge and has completely lost all power that he believed he had. And that might be the most dangerous part of it all. Another signal as to how little respect others have is how people like Mike Pence, his own former vice president, are now talking about the guy and what he's doing. And I think we should look at that.
Yep, we need to look at that, guys. Take a really, really good look at that. Okay? Because he ain't smart. Ain't nothing really good about him. He just turned ish up. That's all he's doing. I just turn things up, you know? But basically, he drags Donald all the time. Love his channel. I do too. He really does. He really drags him. And I don't think he realizes people are dragging him. Because he always talks about people. I don't like them, but they may like me. Or if he likes me, I'll talk to him. If he likes me, it's like, man, don't nobody like you. I think he likes me. If he don't like me, I still like him. Okay. I'm going to let you all listen to one more before. Okay. This is only 5 minutes long, and then we'll be leaving.
Osa. Why don't we go next to King Osa? King Osa, welcome to the live stream. Please start us off by rating Trump's performance. 10 is perfect, 1 is terrible.
I'm gonna say we'll say somewhere in the middle. We'll say 5.
A 5. Okay, what do you like that he's done?
Let's see. I'll start with what I like, and then I'll end with what I don't like.
Okay.
What I like is that as far as his position pertaining to securing the border, I think he's delivering on that as best as possible. Although some people may have issue with maybe how aggressive he's going at protecting the border, which I can understand sort of both sides of that argument.
Yeah.
I think he's trying his best to look after America's financial interest. He's trying to do something new in terms of implementing tariffs. Obviously,
how does that look after America's financial interest? Tell me.
I think in terms of tariffs, if you're looking at ways to bring back industry to the U.S., I don't think it's a bad thing. Although you have some economists that look at it long term and say that it might not be beneficial in the long term. But I think we're only 6 months in, so I think eventually we'll see the effects of those tariffs.
How long will that take, do you think?
How long will it? I don't know. That's a very good question. I'm not entirely sure.
And you acknowledge that tariffs are a tax on Americans paid by Americans and American companies, right? Like we agree on the facts of what a tariff is. It's an import tax paid by Americans.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Yeah, yes and no, because it depends upon how the business implements and absorbs the tariffs. They could either absorb it or pass it along to the consumer.
Mm-hmm. And what do most businesses do?
Like in the case of GM, they're absorbing them, but in other cases they may pass it on to the consumer. It just depends.
Did you vote Trump?
Did I vote Trump? I did.
Oh, And are
He
you
did?
comfortable voting for a convicted felon?
Ooh.
Say it again?
You are comfortable voting for a convicted felon?
Yes.
Why?
Well, honestly, my family is they immigrated to this country from Nigeria. I'm an American citizen. I spent.
Well, he's okay with voting for a convicted felon, okay? So that means if any other president was a convicted felon, like Biden or anybody else, would you vote for him? But I know the real reason. They don't care what this man do. Like he said, he can stand on in the whatever street in New York, Times Square, wherever he said, and pow someone, and ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Yeah, you got to remember all the other things he did.
My entire life voting Democrat. That's really all I knew. That's all who I voted for the most part. And I felt that, there have been a lot of promises that have been made by the Democratic Party that they have not delivered on. So I said, you know what? Let me give the other party a chance. Let me give Trump a chance. Because again, I've never really.
And Donald haven't delivered on nothing he said, not last time nor this time. But he haven't delivered on nothing. But he sounds so good and calm. He's so proud of what he did. Did he ask for this war? Did he ask for and seems like he ain't know his family can get picked up by ICE and can go home, go back to their homeland. Seems like from what he just said. He said he's an American. He didn't say his family. He said him. So how do you feel about that?
Historically, so I said let's switch it up and give him a chance and see what he can do.
What promises did Democrats make that they didn't deliver on?
Okay, that's a very good question. So, in the past, we'll say 60 plus years, I look at a lot.
Well, but hold on, I'm sorry.
Wait now, 60 plus years. So that means you are older than 60. You said 60 plus years. So that means you must be older than 60. You got to be, you can't vote until you're 18. So you're old. You're really, really old. You grandpa, great grandpa about to fall down. And you don't sound like you that old. You don't sound like the grandpa that's getting ready to fall down.
Okay, fine, but in
you want me to go recent?
What I'm saying is, you said in
right. Go recent, because you said 60 plus years. Are you over 60? Are you over 70? Are you over 80? You got to be way over 70. You got to be you got to be pushing a broken hip right now. Not that I'm saying your hip is broken.
your experience voting for Democrats. While you voted for Democrats, there were promises they made that they didn't do. So I think we should talk about while you voted for them, to be fair.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. So the last Democratic candidate that I voted for was Hillary.
Okay.
Was Hillary Clinton.
Well, but she didn't win, so it's kind of unfair to say. I mean, she didn't get an opportunity to give the promises, right? Because she lost.
Let me just tell y'all something. These Trump people, they're so doggone dumb to me. Did I really say that? Sorry, guys. I don't mean to call y'all dumb. Okay? Well, I'm going to give you a good example. Marjorie Taylor Greene. That woman is dumb as dirt. Okay? Just gave you one. Okay? That's what they do. Linda, he should have did his research on Donald. They don't do their research on Donald. They never do. That's why they dumb. You ask them anything about, they don't know. What did he do? They don't know. And this man sounds like he's kind of young. And he's talking about 60 plus years. Nancy, you need to go somewhere with that. And then the first thing you bring up, Hillary. You got to remember, Hillary didn't win. So how did her promises, how did she not keep her promise? To me, I think the election was stolen from her by the way of Putin helped. Just in my opinion, okay? And allegedly was my opinion. But so how did she not keep her promise? Donald stole the spot from her. So if he did that, he didn't keep his promises then. And he sure haven't kept none of them. Because he said there would be no war on day one. This man is bringing out his toy, old 100-year-old tanks rolling down the street. Need oil in the wheels or something. Give me a break. A lot of people would be in the soup line by Christmas, in my opinion. Yeah, and they didn't ask for that either. Yeah, they didn't ask for none of this, but they got it. Oh, I'm trying to let this 5-minute tape go ahead and finish up. I just get, y'all. Let me see. Donald and Muscat admitted on a live news channel they rigged the election allegedly. Yeah, he's telling on himself. And I believe that. Because he always tells on himself.
You want me to go? Okay, so then we'll go Barack Obama then. Okay. So we'll go him. So I voted for him on the fact that I felt, he campaigned on the idea of change and he wanted to do things that were positive, and he did some good things, but there are some things that he did that I did particularly have an issue with. Okay. So I'll give you an example. So one of the things that he did that I had an issue with was him declaring the no-fly zone on Libya around 2011. He sort of was in a position where he, what do you call this? I'm not remembering very well.
I'm through with him. I'm through with him because you got to remember, he couldn't do nothing because they wouldn't let him do anything. Okay? They blocked every chance he got. He couldn't even set up the what is it? The judge for, the judges that come in the Supreme Court. He couldn't even bring one in. But Donald brought all these wook whackers in. The people that don't care nothing about women, don't care nothing about your rights, don't care nothing about nothing. Even if you're a woman, you still, if he brought you in, you still don't care nothing about your own body, your child's body, your girl's body, nobody's body. You letting old, crumpy old men dictate to you what's going to be done with your body. Yeah. Just saying, but he is about to get on my nerves. But thank God, let me see how many more minutes, because I have a short attention span when it comes to these people. I got a little over a minute.
They want it at the same time, so you kind of have.
Well, let me see if I can rephrase the Libya thing. You started by saying you voted for Trump because Democrats made you promises that they didn't keep.
Ooh,
you then started talking about
his
60 years ago. When I refocused us on while you've been voting, you said Hillary. I said, well, Hillary didn't win, so it's hard to expect her to do stuff when she wasn't president. And now you're saying something related to Obama and Libya is a promise Democrats didn't keep, which is why you voted Trump?
That don't make no sense. This man is gone. He's gone. realized he had stuck his foot in his mouth and he's gone quiet. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Are you there? Let me show you. This is what this ninja is doing. What? I can't hear you.
Hello? Hello, are you there? Hello? Hello, are you there?
He gone. You ask them about anything about you ask them a question about Donald, they're gonna bring up the Democrats. And then they're gonna bring up either Biden or Obama. That's all they ever do. Because you ask them a straight question about him. You can ask them, is Donald's hair orange? Oh, well, Biden got Biden stole the records. Biden did this. Biden did that. It's like, okay.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
I'm so my bad. I'm just at work right now. I'm doing a whole bunch of things.
I'm going to let you go.
Sounds okay. Spelling out lies, making up ish. But the minute David went over everything he went over, you talked about, you brought up Obama, you bring up Hillary, she didn't win. You bring up that 60 plus years you've been Democrat. Man, I don't think you was alive 60 plus years. And then you bring up that you voted for Democrats all those years. Then you decide to get Donald a try. And then Donald a try, and you voting for a convicted felon. Now, I can't hear you. I'm at work. Can you hear me? That's that old guys.
Really wacky and wild, but it doesn't sound totally based in reality. I don't know if you were trying to engage with ChatGPT to try to get some list of something to give me, but that was
weird.
I don't know if that was so good. Okay.
That was weird. Okay, guys, that was weird. I just had to bring that up. Okay. Whoo. Okay, guys, thank you all for watching. You know how we do it. Now, tomorrow, I do have physical therapy, okay? But I will go live tomorrow, probably be late, like I did tonight, or maybe earlier, who knows? But I'll see you all tomorrow, or drop a video on the latest information on Diddy. I know y'all I haven't reported on it for a little bit because I was working on things, doing things. Okay. Good live, Miss Pinky. Thank you, Capricorn. We only did 1 hour and 15 minutes, and y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how to do it. Let me see what Linda says. Everybody have a blessed night. Thank you, Linda. Everybody, y'all make sure y'all have a blessed night. And y'all know I'll see y'all again. And let me see. Whenever. But I'll see y'all again. Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change.